Hi folks, welcome back to Year of Mbira. It's Andy here with video 9, half and half. I've got the Mbira instrument and I've also got some little bits of paper here that I'll walk you through in a second. We've got some different note patterns there. This tuning is Nemakonde. It's like a Gandanga low note F or Movembe, so we'll go from our note 6s. And that note 6 sounds or feels like a root or home note. Cool. Low note around F. Cool. I really love this tuning. Forwards, playing loads of it in the videos of his on Mbira.online. Cool. So our note patterns, I'm going to introduce something today that's going to open up a new way of looking at the music. Most of the stuff that we've done so far has focused on either of these two patterns. We've got individual note followed by rest, note rest, note rest, note rest, note rest, note rest, and so on, 12-beat cycle. Or we've got pairs of notes followed by rest, pair, rest, pair, rest, pair, rest, another 12-beat cycle. Now we've covered so much of those, we can start to mix things up and make things a bit more interesting. There's other note patterns as well that I'm going to be introducing. But let me have a quick run through an example of this one, quick example of this one, and then I'm going to do a shuffle round that's going to open up something fascinating for all of you. Nice one. So this note rest, note rest, note rest version, if we just took a sort of bass variation in progression 2, we could have something like this. So note rest, note rest, note rest, note rest, note rest, note rest. Cool. Da. Now this pairs here. Do. So a pair of notes and a rest. Something more like this. And now we're going to start mixing things up with different right hand parts as well. So I've called this video half and half because I'm going to take away half of that one and add in half of this one. Lose that as well. So we end up with this pattern that is half pairs and half individual notes. You could start at any point in the cycle. Remember, these patterns are cyclical. But this is the sort of easiest way of representing it. And it's a really popular pattern in Mbira music, along with one other pattern, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a second. The easiest way to play it and think of it is with these pairs at the beginning, but yeah, you could choose any point of orientation. So let me come up with a left-hand pattern that matches up with these. So pair, pair, individual, individual, individual. Everything that we've got is followed by a rest, and this way of thinking is going to open things up for us in a second. Take a quick look at that. Do. Excellent. Just quick warm up, and then we'll get into that pattern. Excellent. So look out for pair, pair, note, 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 pair, pair, note, and so on. Here we go. Oh, sorry. And I'm going to be moving around the instrument, no sort of set agenda other than trying to sort of show as many different notes as possible that fit with this pattern. And yeah, show some possibilities. The right hand, I'm just noodling around. hey ho. Cool. So there's a nice little example to show you this in action. In the video description, I'm going to pop links to traditional examples of this pattern. On uploading this video today, I'm going to have only one example, but I'll add to it over time as I come across more of them. I've heard loads of examples before, and I'll be building up that resource in the video description. But today, the first example that's going to be available to you is a nice bit of playing from Chartwell Dutiro, sorry, from in a performance with Thomas Mapfumo and the Blacks Unlimited, and he plays this pattern consistently all the way through the recording. Excellent. So I showed you a variation just there with the left hand. We could also play the same in the right hand. Offset. There's loads of different ways you can offset this pattern now because it's not regular across the whole cycle. What do I mean by regular? If it was pairs, then the offsetting, you'd end up with the same pattern sort of every third stroke. But with this one, we could move it in all sorts of different positions. And here I'm just going to slide the right hand against the left hand. I'm going to slide the right hand up one. Let's line up these squares a little bit better. Nice. Cool. Just to lead you into the idea that we can play the same pattern offset in different hands. Nice one. I'll get warmed up with this one and then I'll layer in that in the right hand. I'll emphasize it as well. I reckon if you're going to come up with a pattern like this for your chosen progression, probably try and get this second note of each pair in the left hand to match up with the beat. So we've got the beat here, here, where are we? Here on this rest, that's the awkward one, and then here on this note. So beat, 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 and beat. Excellent. So let's pop these two together, left hand and right hand, offset with this half and half pattern. I'll just get warmed up. With the right hand. Oh. I've broken away from the pattern a bit there. Let me just get back in. Nice. Okay, dokes. So I'm encouraging you this week to find a pattern like this in your left hand at least, matching up the beat with the second stroke on the pairs, this rest and this note here. And then if you want to, you could come up with a pattern just in the right hand that matches up with this half and half note pattern, or left and right hand and have them offset against each other. So that's a fair bit of work for you, but it's going to open up some really nice playing. Hopefully what I've just shown you there will be inspiring for you. Awesome. So there's loads of different ways you can match this up with your chord sections. You could start, let me just shift everything along. You could start here, you could start here, here, here. You know, there's loads of different entry points. That's how we were looking at it a second ago. We could make it circular just to really illustrate that point, that there's loads of different places that you could enter. You could even enter on a rest at the beginning of the first chord of each part. There's all sorts of ways in. Now, this way of thinking, there's one other way that we can link all of these little bits of paper together, and I'm not going to show you what it is. Some of you might go away and go, oh no, I found loads of different ways. If you put them in a circle, you'll always end up being able to see the same complete pattern, and it's the most widespread rhythmic pattern across Africa. Some of you might dispute that, but I'll pop some links in the next video to show you how widespread it is, and it's an absolutely fascinating pattern that we're going to be looking at next time. So yeah, for today, just concentrate on this half and half pairs, half individual strokes, and next week we'll have a look at that other new pattern, and we're going to be looking at rhythmic variations for a little while now. At the moment, pairs and individual notes. There's other like groupings, 3 notes, 5 notes are popular, and I'll explain why I've said 1s, 2s, 3s and 5s but not 4s in a later video. Awesome. Enjoy this. I think what I've played today on here should hopefully inspire you to have a little go. Listen out for it in traditional songs. Check out the video description. If you come across any other examples, let me know, and that's going to help me fast track me to get more examples in the video description as time rolls on. Nice one. Thanks so much, everybody. Good luck and enjoy.